Hi, this is Maria from Crochet A to Z, and welcome to the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please push that subscribe button. If you have, I want to thank you. I want to thank everyone for being here today. And please also push the like button because it does help get the algorithms out there so others can find this channel. So today, it's our Christmas Afghan, block number 4, part 3. So we're going to do part 3, and part 3 is the beautiful cable stitch. I'm going to go slow. We're going to do it a little at a time. You will be able to get this stitch. It is beautiful, like all the cable stitches. Do not be intimidated. It's a real easy stitch to learn. This is for beginners to advanced. And yes, I did say beginners for a cable stitch because you can learn this if we do it together. If we go slow, you can get this. So let's get started, why don't we? First of all, you're going to need, as always, an eye hook. You will need your measuring tape. Isn't that cute? I just got that. I just love it. I've been looking at this one for a while and said, I gotta have that. And it was on sale. So your scissors and stitch markers. So you want to have all that. Naturally, you might want to have a pencil to write everything down if you want to make notes. I always do. I always make notes because I might change something up. I might just find that it's easier for me to have the notes, and then what happens is I actually go by the notes and I don't have to worry about the pattern itself because I have it in my head, and then I just make and look at my notes and I see what I've got to do next. So I just want to mention that as well. So again, let's get started with the Christmas Afghan block number 4, part 3. And again, it is this beautiful V cable stitch. So I'm going to get my yarn and I'm going to make my slip knot. And then I'm going to chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And that's what it looks like. After you chain 7, you're going to go into the second chain from the hook, 1, 2, and you're going to put a single crochet. And then you're going to single crochet right across, and you're going to have 6 single crochets. So 1, and you want to make sure you're not going into the same stitch, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And again, I'm going to go slow so you can follow along, write it down, whatever's easiest for you. So now there's 6 single crochets there. We're going to chain 1. We're going to turn our work. After we turned, we're going to put a half double crochet in that first single crochet. So we're going to put 1, and then we're going to put a half double crochet in each stitch across. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And that's what it looks like. So after we do that, we're going to chain 1. We're going to turn our work. We're going to put a single crochet in each one of these half double crochets from below. And we're going to put 6. And you're going to do a single crochet in the first one, because you want to make sure you get that first one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And this is what it looks like. After you do that, you're going to chain 1 and turn your work. And you're going to go into that first stitch, but first you're going to yarn over. You're going to go into the first stitch. You're going to pull up a loop, and you will have 3 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over, go into through the first 2 loops, and then you're going to yarn over and yarn over twice, and you're going to have 4 on your hook. And now what you're going to do is you're in the 3rd half double crochet from below, and we're going to look below, 1, 2, 3. You're going to go in this, and you're going to go under and pull up a loop, and you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on your hook. You're going to yarn over. You're going to go through 2 loops. You're going to yarn over. You're going to go through 2 loops. You have 3 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over, and you're going to go through all 3 loops. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put half double crochets in the 3 single crochets, but we're going to look behind this. So in this first one, the second one, and the third one, we want to make sure we get in there. And we're going to put a half double crochet in that first single crochet, in the second single crochet, and in the third single crochet. And that's perfect. And that's what it looks like. You have your first part of your V made, and you made 3 half double crochets right behind that almost. So now we're going to work this next part of this V. So we're going to yarn over, and we're going to go into this next stitch, and we're going to pull up a loop. We're going to yarn over, and we're going to pull through 2. So we have 2 on our hook, so we're going to yarn over and yarn over. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go right down here where we made that first stitch, that first V, part of the V. We're going to go in here in the back, and we're going to pull up this loop. We're going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 3. And that's what the first one looks like. So now you have another stitch left. So we're going to go in that stitch, and we're going to make a half double crochet. And here is your first V stitch. A chain 1, and we're going to turn our work. I want you to see how that looks right there. And this is what we did right here. And again, I'm going to go slow. Now this is row 4 that's done. Row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4. And the first V cable stitch was done. So now we're going to chain 1, and we're going to turn our work. And in this first stitch and all the stitches across, we're going to put a single crochet in every stitch across. You're going to put a single crochet. So you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the last one is 6. So you will always have those 6 stitches across. And this is the back side of the V cable stitch. This is the front side. You can clearly see your V stitch here. Again, I go slow. You can write it down. You can follow along, whatever's easy for you. But everyone can learn these cable stitches. I'm going to go slow, and I want you to feel free to just follow along or crochet along with me, whatever's easiest for you. Now that we're done with the single crochets, we're going to chain 1 and turn our work. Now we're going to make our first stitch here. So we're going to yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Then after you pull through 2, you want to yarn over and yarn over. And now what we're going to do is we're going to look for those half double crochets from below. And we want to go into the middle one right here. So we're going to go in this, and we're going to pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through all 3. And that's your first V stitch, like the one from below. Now what we're going to do is we're going to look for these single crochets, and we're going to make a half double crochet in 3 of those single crochets from below. Then we're going to go into this next one. We're going to go in, yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, yarn over. You're going to pull through 2 loops. You're going to yarn over and yarn over. You're going to go to the right where this first half of that V stitches that we started. We'll go right below that and go in the back, yarn over, and we're going to pull through that loop. We're going to yarn over, and we're going to pull through 2. We're going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 3. And we have on this cable stitch, the V cable stitch right here, but we have to finish this off with a half double crochet in that last stitch. And there's 2 of your V cable stitches. Chain 1, turn your work, and make 6 single crochets across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I'm going to do this with you one more time. After you're done with your single crochets, you're going to chain 1 and turn your work. You're going to yarn over, you're going to go in here, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. You're going to yarn over and yarn over. And you're going to go into this middle half double crochet, and you're going to pull up that loop. You're going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 3. Now we're going to look for the 3 single crochets, and we're going to make 3 half double crochets in those single crochets across. And then we're going to go into this next single crochet because you have 2 left. You're going to yarn over, and you're going to go into this single crochet, and you're going to pull up a loop. You're going to yarn over, you're going to pull through 2, you're going to yarn over and yarn over. Then you're going to go where this V-stitch, the half of it was done, and we're going to yarn over and pull up that loop, yarn over, and we're going to pull through 2. We're going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 3. And then after we do that, we're going to make a half double crochet in this last stitch. 14 inches long. Then we will finish this off. So I'll meet you at the end. Once you're done, this is what your cable stitch will look like, and it'll be just like this. And like I said, you need it to measure 14 inches long. You will end with a row 6, not a single crochet row, but the row that makes the V-stitch. You will end with that row. So you always end with row 6 until it measures 14 inches long. Once it does that, you do not want to fasten off because we're not done with this yet. You're going to get a measuring tape, and you want to measure 5 inches with the measuring tape. And once you get your 5 inches, you want to put a stitch marker at the 5-inch mark. Once you put your stitch marker there, what you're going to do is you're going to chain 1 and 2. You're going to chain 2, and then what you're going to do is you're going to put, that's your first half double crochet. Then you have to put 16 more across. First half double crochet, then 16 more across till you get to this stitch marker, which is your 5-inch. So you want to make your half double crochets across. And I will meet you when you get to the stitch marker. Once you have your 17 stitches and you're right at this stitch marker, which you can take off, now you're going to continue, and you want to make 29 more, or if you want, you don't have to take that off. What I did is I kept it on, because then I knew that that's where I ended with 17 and 9 more stitches. So you're going to go right across to the very end and put 29 more stitches. So we'll start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm going to keep going, and you can meet me at the end with the extra 29 stitches after you do your 17. You will need 46 stitches across. And here is my last stitch, which is my 29th. Now, once you do that side, you want to know that you have a total of 46 stitches, counting your chain 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, and 46. Once you have your 46 stitches, you are going to fasten off, and you want it so that it's long enough so that you can weave that in. And now what's going to happen is you're going to turn this around. Now you can leave this here if you want, or you can do it another way, but we know that from here to here, we need 17 stitches. And then we know from here to here, we need 29. So you can do one of two things. You can mark this off, or you can go right across, start with 29, because you have to do the other side. And then after you get to your 29 across, then you go from here to the end and you do 17 stitches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my yarn to this side. And then I'm going to chain 1 and chain 2. And then I'm going to do my 29 half double crochets. Now, like I said, you don't have to do it this way. You can measure out the 5 and then do the 17 for. Since I have this already here, I know where I've got to stop. So I'm just going to go right across, put in my 29 and then stop, and then I know that I have 17 to go. So I'll meet you almost at the end. Now I'm almost at the end, and I'm going to make my last stitch, which is right here, my last half double crochet. And that's what it looks like. You've got a nice border that actually makes that, and I'll show you on here too. It makes that cable V-stitch pop by having that border. And I'll count those to make sure we have 46, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, and 46. And we are golden. We can take out this stitch marker and we can fasten off. And of course you will need a needle, weave in all your ends. And that's what it looks like. And isn't it pretty? It's just really a beautiful, beautiful cable stitch. Now this is the end of your V-stitch. And isn't it pretty? It's the V-stitch cable. And again, it's block number 4, part 3 of the V-stitch cable stitch. And it's just a beautiful stitch. I'm going to put it like this so you can see it's a V. Isn't it pretty? And it's easy. Just follow along with me. Go slow. Don't worry about a thing. And you'll be able to get this. So again, you're going to repeat rows 5 and 6 until it measures 14 inches. Then once it measures 14 inches and you don't want to end with a single crochet row, you want to end with that last V-stitch that you make. Then once you do that, then we go to the next part. But you want to make sure this measures 14 inches, that you have done row 5 and 6 over and over again. And then you do your border, which is the next part of it. And it's 46 stitches down each side. Just do 46 down and across. And again, this is part number 3 of block number 4. Thank you. Have a great day. Have a great evening. Love you all. Bye-bye.